Yeah, it's going pretty good. Welcome to Luxor Hookah Bar and Cafe, one of my favorite places. Hopefully it will become one of yours. My name is Rodney Navarre, and I'm here to annoy you. So, all right. You guys are all familiar with the concept, right, of the bucket list, right? You know, they had the movie, and then they came out, and people talk about, you know, the bucket list, things you want to do before you die, you know. So I'm sitting at home, you know, and I was bored because it was like 15 minutes before Yo Gabba Gabba was going to come on, and I had nothing to do. And so I thought, I'll sit down and I'll write a bucket list. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, you know. And I actually would recommend that you guys should do it because it's a really good exercise into the realization of why your life sucks so far, you know. So you should really try it out, you know. So I'm sitting down and I'm writing it out, you know. And you know, most people, it's like their bucket list is like, I'm gonna climb Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm gonna dive the Great Barrier Reef. I'm gonna parachute in a Saigon with a rifle and make this thing over, you know. Whatever you do. Well, for me, I kind of set the bar a little lower. Okay. So my bucket list is kind of like this. Whack the hell out of a piñata that looks like Christina Aguilera. Because she's had it coming. I'm telling you right now. You know, that bitch, I tell you. Number 2, steal a piano. And then teach some underprivileged kid how not to play it. You know. Blunk, 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 blunk. Number 3, make love to a chihuahua. Wait a minute, scratch that off. I've already done that. Forget about that one. All right. And then finish a crossword puzzle. That's never going to happen. I'm too stupid for that. And then there's, you know, get healthy before I die. You know, that makes sense. And then, you know, the last one would be go to the hardware store and buy a bucket and kick it, you know? I mean, put a period to the end of the sentence. That's what I was thinking about, you know? But, you know, I want to get healthy. I want to get healthy, you know? My wife, God bless her, the absolute love of my life, the one thing that keeps me going, you know? But she's very health conscious, you see, you know? And I really just am amazed by what she is. But, here comes the but. She's one of those girls, well, I mean, she's a woman, she's 72 years old, so that's okay. She looks good, though. But she's always into, like, she'll read a book, you know, about some diet plan thing, and she's, like, dedicated and all on it, you know. I'm like, oh, great, here we go again. I'm at the grocery store, you know, and I'm calling her up, you know, and I'm like, hey, honey, okay, I mean, she's on a new diet, you know, I gotta figure it out. Hey, so, what can I get for dinner tonight? A bale of hay, grass clippings, and beaver pelts? What the hell is this? It just keeps going and going. Or she'll see, like, you know, some infomercial, you know, about some new, you know, exercise regime. You guys know about P90X, right? You've seen it? It's like this hardcore, full-on tilt boogie. You gotta go for it, right? It's like 9 DVDs, which means I now have 9 coasters. Yeah. She's, you know, gets dedicated and stuff like that. But anyways, so she ends up seeing this documentary, okay, about this Australian guy, right, who ended up losing like all this weight and cured scabies or whatever by juicing. He lived for like, you know, 3 months, all he consumed was juices. You get the machine and whatnot, you know. Well, my wife saw it, and of course she got all excited about it and came home with a juicer. Well, yeah, I'm glad she saw that documentary instead of the one about the woman who kills her husband while he's sleeping. You know what I mean? She gets dedicated. She really does, yeah. So she comes home, right? She's got the juicer, you know. Like, oh God, here we go. Now I know why she's doing this. And I gotta, you know, because she's doing it because she wants to be svelte and sexy for her lover, you know. I haven't met him yet. I heard he's down in Galveston. He's like some shrimper guy who sells crabs. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. Just don't bring crabs home, okay? I don't want to do that kind of thing. And anyway, so she comes home and she's got this juicer. I got a juicer, honey. I got a juicer. I'm gonna juice. Yeah. Here we go. But before you can juice anything, you've got to have something to juice with. So we go to the farmer's market, right? It's by the house, you know. It's Ireland. You guys, if you guys know the neighborhood, you guys know it. It's a nice place. It's going to get great. And, you know, she's all excited. She's got her basket, and she's looking around, and she's picking up pineapples and blueberries and whatever. And I love the farmer's market, but I never really looked closely at what they have on sale, you know, at the farmer's market. And I come by, I started looking closer, I'm like, what the hell is that thing? Where did that come from? It looks like a tennis ball with like spikes coming out of it. And I'm like, do you eat this or throw this at your enemies? I don't know. What is this? Like, I'm even talking to the woman who's running the stand. And I'm like, what do I do? What she looks at me and she's like, but I'll sell it to you. So we get to the house, right? And she's all excited, and so she's got the cutting board out, and she's chopping up the produce and the vegetables and the fruit and everything. And I'm propped up on the counter, you know, watching the progress. And it's taking like a lot of work. And then she breaks out the gizmo, you know, from the box. And let me tell you, people, this thing has more parts than a Ferrari. I'm serious, man. I'm watching this, and, you know, she's putting it together, and you'd have to be an MIT grad to follow what's going on this thing, right? And I'm watching, you know, and she's washed it all. She's like, there's like the carburetor, and then there's like the exhaust thing that catches this, and there's the input and output nozzle, and then there's like the filter and the flux capacitor. I'm like, wow. So about an hour and a half later, she's ready to go. So she takes out the thingamabob, the plunger deal, right? She's got the fruit and the produce ready to go, you know what I mean? And so she's putting it in, right? And she puts it in, she hits the ignition switch, and it's like, squirt! Squirt! After another 45 minutes, she's got a glass that has about 4 ounces of juice that looks the color of AstroTurf. And she's like, you want to try it? And in my head I'm thinking, I would rather have my jaw being drilled by a dentist, but okay, why not? Let's do it. So I've got this glass, right? I've got it in my hand. And I'm getting it. It's getting close to my face. I can smell it. It smells like the butt end of a menstruating skunk. It's disgusting. Like, oh, this is gonna be great, honey. I love you. You know.